This week we've been looking at dividing fractions into fractions, whole numbers, and mixed numbers. And so far we've only been working with models. We've not been working with the traditional algorithm yet. So we started at a place of what does division even mean? So looking at 6 divided by 3, we talked about how the question that we're asking in our heads is how many sets of 3 are in 6? Okay, then we moved on to having one fraction in the problem. So 4 divided by 1/2, we're asking how many sets of 1/2 would be in 4 whole. And when it goes in evenly, they were already able to do this before we started the unit. It's when it does not go in evenly that the math started getting a little tricky. But we're even going to have to get to problems like this one, where we're trying to figure out how many sets of 3/4 would be in 1 2/3. And we can do that with models that they've been using in previous years. So the first one we started with were just fraction area models. So here our first problem is looking at 2/3 divided by 1/2. So again, the first place we start is what is the question? We're trying to figure out how many times this 1/2 will go into 2/3, or how many sets of 1/2 we have in the 2/3. So the first thing that we learned how to do was to give them a common denominator. So my 2/3 I'm going to split in half, and my 1/2 I'm going to do into thirds. So now I'm really asking how many times does 3/6 go into 4/6? Or how many sets of 3/6 can I make with 4/6? So I'm looking for this amount, my divisor, inside of this amount, my dividend. So every time I make a group of 3/6, I'm going to say that's a whole. So if I come over here, okay, that is 1 whole, because that was 3/6 in there. Then I've got this 1 left over. And because I'm trying to make groups of 3, and I have 1 of the next group of 3, I have 1 whole and then 1/3 of the next group of 3 that I would be making. So my answer for this one would be 1 1/3. I made a whole group, and then I got part of another group, but I couldn't get the whole group. Then when we come down here to the next one, it's the exact same numbers, but we flipped it. So I'm going to break my half into thirds, and I'm going to break my thirds in half. So now I'm asking how many sets of 4/6 are in 3/6. So I'm trying to make sets of 4/6. So if I get my marker again and I show the set of 4/6, I don't have a whole set, but I have 3 of the 4 parts that I would need to make a set, which means my answer is 3/4 of 1 whole set. So that is 3/4.